Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome. This is my weekend updates video, not a tutorial, just telling you about projects that I'm working on that might not show up in other videos or ongoing updates. Today we have Happy Mail from Eileen. I haven't peeked in the envelope, but look at this. Did you see when I posted this on Instagram? This is hilarious. Hello, is it me you're looking for? That is great. I also posted a picture more recently of a house that got TP'd, and I was surprised that that's happening again because I wonder how mad the parents that lost the toilet paper were. But maybe you can just walk into stores and buy it. Oh my gosh, this is adorable. Many of you know my word for 2020 is joy. Spread joy, not germs. Hashtag quarantine life. Look at this. These are kind of neat enamel dots. They have a neater shape than most. Not fatter necessarily, just really neat. And this paper, it feels like she embossed it, but I don't know if she did. The other one too, I don't know if she got them that way. And these little bottles, oh my gosh, this is so cute, Eileen. Very cute. Oh, look, she sent me some stamps. I like to use stamps in my cards and junk journal and embellishments now. I've been using them on regular cards a little bit. Oh my gosh. So she is a close to my heart consultant, which I didn't know. She's not at all a pusher, but that is good to know if I'm looking for close to my heart products. And they came out with this quarantine set, and she thought I would get a kick out of it, since I'm spreading joy. So this spread joy, not germs, that must be from close to my heart. And then I bet the toilet paper one is too. So cute. I love it, Eileen. I totally did not know that you had done that. She hasn't been doing that for very long. So I wonder if these dots are close to my heart. Will you tell me more about these dots? Because I really want to know, Eileen. Thank you so much. That card is just too cute. So Eileen lives an hour away from me probably, which right now seems forever far. This is something that I played with my Dina Wakley gloss sprays. And I can tell you right now, this page does not do this product justice. There's a little bit of a learning curve, and I can't remember if I gessoed this page or not. It doesn't feel like it. Nope. So what happens is it soaks up the product a lot. And I was just experimenting. I had some stencils. I have some texture paste here and kind of getting to know it. It's a very different product because like you can add white and the layers resist each other. It's very different because it doesn't react. I'm used to putting texture paste over things and then having it reactivate the color and seeing how it turns out. No, it doesn't. But had I dripped some on here or pooled it, it would have rolled through the layers and showed up more. So very interesting. And I was just thinking about this time, and if I had told you that you wouldn't leave your house for a certain amount of time, or that the stores around you would close, or that the governor would decide what you're going to do this weekend, you never would have believed me. So I was just thinking about time, and who is it? Dolly, that has the melting clocks. And so surreal was my word that popped into my head, and I was playing with the sprays is what I was doing. So had fun with those, and I have used them a little more since and gotten much more of the gloss. It just depends on what you're using them on, and that's part of mixed media, is getting to know your products. Scrapbook paper looks the same and it acts the same, and you're not, when you take black ink and you stamp it on here, you're not going to wonder what it looks like. But here you're going to wonder when you stamp black ink on X or Y other medium, how it's going to react. That's what makes it more fun. But you also have to learn your products. I just wanted to show this to you because this paper did not win the votes to be, I think it was in No Paper Left Behind, but I I couldn't let it sit. I did it anyway. So I made a couple journals with it, and I'm going to list them on Etsy. Mr. Crafting and Relaxing is making me an Etsy shop called Crafting and Relaxing. I don't know that that will be done when you watch this video. That would be pretty close. We'll see. But I'm going to list them there. I didn't want this pretty paper to sit around. And I had some new techniques in them. So I'll have a video that comes out later in the week with a flip through. But look at this one. This is just such a cute page. I just love how it turned out. And then I borrowed this die from Noni. It says thankful. That was just one of my favorite pages that I wanted you to see in one of those journals, because I haven't done like tip out pages very much like that. So I thought it was fun. I'm still trying to keep my number of videos a week down, but I'm going to do that July daily collab with Making Memories with Melody here on YouTube. So that's going to be a video a week. So I don't know, it's probably going to be at least 3, maybe 4 videos a week, because like this week I'm going to have about making the cover of that journal with cereal boxes is going to come out, and then probably actually making the cover pretty is going to come out, and a video about these. So not every day, but still kind of a lot. I think what happened here, this is Dreamy from Authentique. I think what happened here was this didn't make the vote, and so I cut it up one night while we were watching TV. But I had so many things started, I totally forgot about these. So I don't think I'm going to get these done in May. We'll see. Unless today is really amazing. I was just excited, and I mean, they're cute. Clearly I had a plan. But when I found it, I was like, no wonder I'm confused. I have so many things going. One of the videos that I watched I'd like to credit her, but I cannot recall, in one of my collabs was, I'm pretty sure it was Smash That Small Paper Pad. She dyes, if she has a single-sided paper, she dyes it so that when she's making journals, the other side is more interesting. And I wanted to try it. Since I didn't have enough projects going, I tried it with Bo Bunny Beautiful. And I used blue for obvious reasons. And I figured if I got the yellow, blue, that would be okay. But I wanted to be careful with purple and yellow. I don't love it. And I think it might have to do with what brand of paper you use. These were my other papers that I threw in there, I think. Just tried to darken them up a little. This was Dilutions Shimmer Spray. That's what I used for these. So some of it, I applied it like closer and touched the paper. But I feel like it gives the paper itself sort of an aged look. I think it just mutes it, maybe a tiny bit, maybe not. Maybe I'm completely wrong. No, I guess they're exactly the same. It definitely makes the papers warp, and I probably won't iron them. And I think that's because they take in the amount of ink very differently. They warped more than my regular white papers would. This is what I didn't love. It does change the color of the printed paper because it's going to take it in. I don't know if I want that. And when I have a pattern with a lot of different color, choosing a color is going to be tricky. I think I was happier. I had a mini journal that I made earlier where one side was white and I stenciled on the edges some and stamped. And I think I would probably prefer to do that. This is maybe too junky for me. Maybe I'm just not there yet. Maybe I should iron the papers. I don't know. I experimented with it. Not sorry I did it. And one thing is, maybe when I make the journal, I'll have a better idea because I'll see how these mix in. Because I love to have variety. So this was the other thing that I didn't love, is it pulled the dark color off because it's not a solid core paper. So I didn't love that either. Not a failure. Definitely not going to throw out the paper or anything crazy like that. But I'm not going to be doing that again soon. But I tried it. just going to give you guys something to look at. I worked in the backyard on setting up the bus stop, and I used an old duvet cover and wrapped the cushions in it. I was gonna do it more like I did my little electric blanket, but it was a giant zipper, not buttons, and my commitment to the project wasn't very high because I'm wondering how that fabric's gonna hold up in the sun anyway. So I didn't want to spend like hours on it if it was going to be a one summer thing. So that's where I am on that. Here's a funny thing. I loaded an unedited video that had like a whole minute of me setting spray bottles. Oh, the bottles for the gloss sprays. If you want to see those, I had a haul video where I showed those. But I didn't edit the beginning off and none of you said anything. So if I post a terrible video, be sure and tell me. Thank you, Andrea. I had 2 files and I just uploaded the wrong one. If you left me a comment on that video and I didn't answer you, it's because I had to delete it. YouTube like has some new thing where it understood that those files were the same. How does it know that? They weren't the same length. Super bizarre. Anyway, so I deleted the other one. So if I didn't answer your comment, be sure and ask me again because that was not my intention. It just, you got caught up in something. I had big dreams of showing you. I even took what I would call the before of my craft room and I was going to put it in this video and then I was going to show you the after. Well, it doesn't look better. So I'm really hoping that I wrap up in here today and put things back together for the week, but Andrea is going to come over this afternoon and we're going to try some social distancing crafting. She uses so much smelly product that I don't sit that close to her anyway. So that's what we have going on. Oh, have you guys looked at my blog? So I have a blog on craftingandrelaxing.com. I think my first post ever, I talked about my grandma. She was an amazing, amazing painter. You wouldn't know that because the picture that I posted there, oh, she would be so upset, was her very first painting ever. And since I didn't really know how to work my blog, I didn't do a good job labeling that. So that's her first painting ever. It says it on the back and it hangs in my bedroom. But I thought it might be kind of fun to put a whole bunch of her paintings in a video and maybe I'll show clips of that. She had a June birthday and so I've been thinking of her. She's not here anymore though. But I thought it would be neat to look at that because it came up one day somehow that I was asking one of my cousins who's quite a bit older than me, and this information's in my blog, something about grandma's painting. And he said she didn't start till she was in her 50s. And so I thought that might be good. Like we're all in a transition. Things are starting to open up. Maybe you dug into your craft room and found some products that you've been scared to use. And maybe you should stop and ask yourself, what's your next thing? Or when was the last time you did something for the first time? We buy stuff and then maybe we're scared to take it out and use it. I think my grandma was pretty amazing and not scared of much. So I've just been thinking about that and finding more inspiration because many of us say we can't draw or we can't do this or we can't. Well, you still have a lot of years left. Get to it and you'll be better at it soon. Thanks so much for watching and I'll talk to you again soon. I hope that you are working on your projects and maybe don't have quite as many going as I do. If you came to my craft room right now and looked around, some of you would run away screaming because you just couldn't handle it. But thanks for stopping by anyway. Bye-bye.